That day, Will, who was paralyzed and bedridden, happily watched his son playing with their dog. What he didn't expect was that the dog accidentally knocked the plug loose from his ventilator. The sudden loss of power left Will unable to breathe. He tried desperately to call out his wife's name, but no sound came from his throat. Thankfully, his wife noticed something was wrong and quickly reconnected the power. Crisis averted, Will woke up, but his wife couldn't possibly be by his side every single moment. To prevent something like this from happening again, a small bell was placed next to his head. Even though he was confined to bed, Will didn't fall into despair. Instead, he used his knowledge of the stock market to make his very first fortune. When he shared the good news with his wife, her face lit up with a smile and she teased him playfully.
Paralyzed for life.
Oh, yes. And his poor wife, I hear she's the same.
With a renewed sense of hope for the future and a little boy growing up day by day, Will's face was filled with happiness. One day, when he saw his son pushing a stroller, a bold idea suddenly came to him. He asked his wife to reach out to some friends, and together they modified a wheelchair, installing a ventilator directly onto it. Just like that, Will left the bedroom. He no longer had to stay in bed all the time. Breathing in the fresh outdoor air, Will felt as if he had been given a new life. When his wife pushed him into the hospital, everyone stared in shock and disbelief, but the director's words quickly wiped away their joy. Time slipped by quietly, and from the moment Will rolled out of that hospital, he made up his mind to truly spend his days with his family. One afternoon, his son brought him a photo album, curious to learn about his father's past. As they flipped to pictures of Will and his wife on adventures in Africa, the boy's eyes filled with admiration and longing. So he asked his dad about it.
Can we go to Africa one day, Daddy?
Although Will had accepted who he was now, deep inside, he still longed for nature and adventure. The next day, Will made a bold decision. He modified a car and set out on a long road trip with his family. From then on, they traveled the world together, savoring the joy each journey brought. Will also shared his experiences and stories with those around him. But one day, on their way to the next destination, something went wrong. The ventilator in the car suddenly lost power and caught fire. His wife quickly pulled the car over, but when she grabbed the backup unit, she realized it had already been completely destroyed.